I'm making just as good as crops, if not better crops, I think now, and I think it's going to improve. Back in the 80s, Carl, our neighbor, his brother Danny, started no-tilling soybeans. They were probably about the first ones in the county, double crop soybeans behind wheat. We watched them with that planter they had. They had a John Deere planter, and so that was really how we got started in no-till. It took me a while to get used to it, and that began to work. After that, we began seeing that, hey, we needed to maybe try a change on our cotton. So we went and bought a strip rig. But one summer, one spring, we started planting cotton. Well, it was dry. And all I could do with those subsoiler points was pull up boulders.
Big old hunks.
Yeah, and I said, boy. So that year it was a struggle. We ended up having, I said, well, it's got to be something better. So I think that forced us to go straight no-till. And there was a while we subsoiled. Probably now about 4 years ago now, we quit subsoiling. We're just planting, and hopefully the cover crops is handling our subsoiling now. That's been a blessing to be able to quit that. I'm still making good cotton, making as good as most I feel like in the county. So plus I don't have the expense of that subsoiling tractor.
Since the late 90s, we've been strip till with a single species cover crop. Most of it was triticale, but we'd let it get this tall, and then of course we had to come in and kill it because you couldn't plant into it. So we did that up until 6 years ago, when I just started experimenting with some of this stuff. As far as our conservation soil health journey, we started messing around with some multi-species covers, and then eventually that led me into wanting to try no-till. So I started taking rippers off of the same KMC strip till rig, and doing that 10, 15, 40 acres at a time over a couple years until we didn't see any difference. And then I guess 3 years ago, we finally unhooked everything and went 100% no-till.
So both of you guys have completely dropped the strip till rigs and went to no-tilling all your cotton. And personally, I did some of that. 2018 was the first time we planted true no-till cotton, and then I planted more in 19. And if you talked about your daddy, I farm with one of those too. He's been the one that I've had to try to convince that we can drop those subsoil shanks. And I think we're well on our way. I can't speak for him. He'll speak for himself if you ask him. But, being able to take care of your soil and let your soil take care of you. And so that's the road we're headed down.